we've had some requests for my thoughts on the new Porsche Taycan, so I thought I'd jump on here and make a quick video for you guys. So by now, I'm sure you've all seen the specs 1,000 times, but here it is once again side by side with the Model S for you to compare the metrics. Everything I've seen so far has compared the Model S to the Porsche Taycan, but I actually don't even think that that is a great comparison at all, and I'll explain more about that in a minute. We'd like to thank the Ridge wallet for making this video possible. It's kind of like the Tesla of wallets. It's minimal, it's sleek, and the carbon fiber even matches the carbon fiber on our Model X. So we chose the option with the money clip, but they have tons of other options on their website, and they're actually extending 10% off to our followers. So go to ridge.com/liketesla and use the code LikeTesla to get that discount. They also ship free worldwide. That age-old comparison of Tesla versus pretty much all of the new EVs out there, and it always goes something like this, right? If you don't have a charging network, then you can't even compete with Tesla. But that's actually what separates the Taycan versus any other previous so-called competitor. You see, Porsche does have plans for its own type of fast charging network, at least through a partnership. Earlier in the year, they announced that they've teamed up with Electrify America, who is installing 300 high-speed chargers across 42 different US states. But all of these chargers will be located at Walmart parking lots, which is probably not the likeliest place that you would find a $150,000 Taycan driver. The Taycan is advertised to have a peak charging speed of 270 kilowatts.
This means under ideal circumstances, Taycan takes just 5 minutes to be ready for another 100 kilometers of range.
That's 20 kilowatts faster than the Model 3 and a full 70 better than the Model S and X. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Model S and X reached charging parity with Model 3 later in this year, around the same time as the Taycan hits the roads. Additionally, a lot of people don't even realize that the fastest chargers at these Electrify America stations will only be limited to 2 stalls at each station, and the remaining stalls of these offer 150 kilowatt charging, which as we know is slower than what the current Model S and X offer. Of course, on Tesla's side, you have nearly 15,000 superchargers across 4 continents around the world and tens of thousands of destination chargers at more desirable hotels and shopping centers and all over the place. But with all that said, I don't think the Taycan buyer even cares at all that much about road tripping in a car that has room for only 4 and a cargo capacity that is half that of what the Model S is. So comparing it to the Model S isn't really an accurate comparison. Side by side, it's easy to see that the S is superior on just about every valuable metric, whether it's price, performance, range, seating capacity, and not to mention, of course, the autopilot capabilities. So here is what I actually think after digging into all this a bit deeper. The next generation Tesla Roadster is probably a far more comparable car, especially after you watch how Porsche touts Taycan's track performance in its presentation, calling it the company's first full electric sports car and comparing its DNA to its supercars.
In this car, we see the DNA of the 918 Spider super sports car and the 919 Hybrid, our 3-time winner of Le Mans.
So let's compare it to the next generation Roadster, and I think you'll agree these 2 cars are far more comparable. We'll use the more affordable Taycan Turbo because we only have the lower end Roadster specs to compare to at this point. The Taycan Turbo has a starting price that is noticeably cheaper than the base of the Tesla Roadster, but at these price points, I'm thinking that the respective buyers of each of these cars is not pinching pennies and will probably opt for the better performance across various metrics. You see, besides the price variable, the Roadster wins by a long shot in every other aspect of the high-end performance EVs. You want better performance, range, supercharging network, and autopilot for $50,000 cheaper, there's the Performance Model S. And of course, if you want all of these And then some. For $50,000 more, there's the base Tesla Roadster. Similar to Tesla, Porsche also has its die-hard fan base with buyers who may not just want the performance that these cars offer, but also what the brand itself represents. We know about the famed Porsche interior touches, the grains of wood and the leather upholstery and the analog clock, if that's your thing, and these may be what the typical high-end Porsche buyer wants, but it's almost opposite of what the typical Tesla buyer wants. And most people I talk to really enjoy that minimalistic interiors that Tesla has. So these variables will always be subjective and up for debate, but of course what is not up for debate is the performance variables of what is now an apples to apples comparison of high-end performance EVs. On one side, you have the very established and respected Porsche, and on the other side, we have the up-and-coming underdog in Tesla. Regardless of who is on top, I think that we need to take a moment and applaud Porsche for introducing a full electric car and continuing to push the boundaries in what cars can do in this space. So let me know what your thoughts are on the Porsche Taycan and which vehicles you prefer and why in the comments below. Also, did you know that we have over 200 Tesla and EV inspired videos on our channel? So be sure to click here on the right or here on the left to check them out and make sure you're subscribed to our channel and you can join the LT family. All right, till next time, stay current. Guys, walking out of the gym right now. Sorry if this is your car, but have to show it to the world because you don't see these too often. Look at that. I do love a solar roof. Come on, Tesla. Man, that is beautiful.